Now from somebody who I know you all want to hear from tonight. Talk about a baptism under fire. Our Attorney General. He has a challenge before him, but your support here tonight shows that we are behind him 100%. He too is a husband and a father, and I think of 5 children, as I recall. Ladies and gentlemen, the Attorney General of the great state of Utah, Sean Reyes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rod, for the introduction. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you so much to the organizers of this event for inviting me to speak to you this evening. And thank you, all of you, for your very spirited but respectful show of support for the laws of the state of Utah that I'm defending. Thank you. Thank you to each of you who've expressed your support in your own way, many quietly, to me and my team. I appreciate that. As your Attorney General, let me give you a brief review of the procedure of this case. In striking down Amendment 3 and other laws for the state of Utah, the District Court exercised the most invasive type of federal intrusion on our state. Repeatedly, the state asked for a stay, with both sides knowing that the district court would not be the final word on this issue. I watched that like many of you from the sidelines. Almost immediately after I was sworn in as your Attorney General, our team retooled our arguments and we applied for a stay of that decision to the United States Supreme Court. And guess what? It was granted as it should have been from the very beginning. Thank you. And now we find ourselves before the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals. The state's opening brief, which we're working on at this very moment, is due February 3rd. After plaintiffs file their principal brief and the state files its reply, I predict that we will have oral argument at the beginning of April before a 3-judge panel. Now, depending on the ruling, one side or the other will likely ask for a review by all the judges called en banc review. And whatever the outcome there, almost assuredly, one side will file a petition for certiorari. And if the Supreme Court grants that writ and hears the case, then this case could be before the United States Supreme Court this year or next. Now let me say this, the plaintiffs in this case, they have very capable and talented counsel. I know them, I respect them, but I'm proud to say that we do too. Our lead counsel, Gene Scher, many of you know of him. He is one of the preeminent Supreme Court practitioners of our day. He was a partner of our former Solicitor General of the United States, Rex Lee, when they argued cases alongside each other at their former firm. And he is very well respected by the United States Supreme Court. Now, some have been critical of Gene's decision to leave his management position at a global firm. Now, I don't think it's wrong for a person like Gene to have strong personal convictions on the issue. But let me be clear about one thing. We hired Gene for his talent, for his understanding of the Constitution, and for his experience as a master advocate. We had a process that was very open, an RFP process that considered many talented firms and individuals, but Gene Scher kept rising to the top. So people can criticize our choice, but I will stand with the decision to hire Gene Scher. Thank you. Now, the good news about our team isn't done there. John Birch and Monty Stewart are also part of that team. John Birch is a young Supreme Court prodigy. He's argued 5 times in the last year alone before the High Court. Monty Stewart is a Supreme Court expert who is instrumental in helping us get our stay by the United States Supreme Court and is counsel on these very issues in Ninth Circuit proceedings. Now, interestingly, people estimated the cost for this dream team to be over $2 million. I want to be clear about one other thing. They would be well worth that price, but guess what? We were able to cap all of the expenses for these 10th Circuit proceedings for all 3 of these individuals and their teams at a scant $300,000. So, with these experts on board, many of the lawyers in the AG's office who are talented in their own right but don't have that type of Supreme Court expertise can return to serving and representing the state in their normal capacity, significantly saving the state costs. So just in review, we have 3 all-stars, Supreme Court caliber all-stars, who are all willing to come work for the state of Utah for rookie contracts. Now, that's the procedure and the posture of the case, but why does it all matter? Why are we pursuing an appeal? Critics have asked me why we are spending any money whatsoever to fight what they view as a losing cause. It is, they say, these critics around us, a costly venture tying up expenses that could be spent elsewhere. Public opinion has shifted, they say. And what is the harm in letting the case go undefended? It's a losing cause, they say. So why even defend it? Well, fellow citizens of Utah, with all due respect to those critics, I do not believe that this is a losing cause. Thank you. And I think you would agree with me that fighting to defend Utah's laws, we'll wait a moment. Let me see. I'm not sure if you heard my last statement, but I said, I do not believe this is a losing cause. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting to defend Utah's laws is not a losing cause. You'll agree with me on this, fighting to defend Utah's Constitution is not a losing cause. And so importantly, fighting to defend Utah's constitutional right to define marriage as between a man and a woman is not a losing cause. Now, stay with me. I cannot guarantee or say how the case will turn out either at the 10th Circuit or the Supreme Court. But the people of Utah on all sides of this issue deserve a full resolution of this question. And as your Attorney General, it is my duty to defend and uphold the law. Any failure on my part to do so would be an abrogation of my responsibility to the people of Utah and my oath under the Constitution. So I know, thank you. So I know you have others who need to make remarks tonight. And frankly, I've got a brief to get back to writing. So God bless all of you. God bless these United States and the great state of Utah. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.